welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a working from home work week in my life. I wanted to wait to film the intro until a little bit later on in the week just because obviously there's a lot going on right now and I wanted to make sure that I addressed everything as best I could. I wasn't sure if I even wanted to film this week just because honestly I feel like a lot of content that I've seen from influencers has been kind of unbearable. Not to be like a complete dick, but and obviously not everyone, just like a few individuals that I've seen have just been like completely ignorant to the situation going on, and I would hate for my video to come off that way. And you know, I'm sure some people will watch it and think the same exact thing, so who am I to say that my video isn't that way? But I guess I wanted to document how working from home and that transition is going for me. I put up a poll on my Instagram last Sunday asking if you guys would want to see this video, and 98 or 99% of you said yes, so I wanted to go ahead and film it. Filming and editing also really helps keep me sane because it holds me accountable and keeps me on a schedule, but I want to make it very clear that I realize how privileged I am in this situation. I have good health, I have a guaranteed job, my HR department has been incredible, and they reached out and basically said like no matter what you're still getting your paychecks, and I know that so many people are not in that position, and I can't even imagine the stress of knowing that you might not have money to feed your kids or you know whatever that may be. And I know that that isn't necessarily unique to the virus going around right now. People struggle with that every day, but I think this is really highlighting that. I guess I know that I'm so incredibly lucky to be in this position, and I don't want this video to come off as insensitive or ignorant in any way possible. And if it does, feel free to call me out so that I can, you know, improve in the future, I guess. I'm gonna do some research this weekend to find a good organization to donate some of the proceeds from this video, if it gets monetized, to put towards maybe like first responders or people working in the hospitals, food banks, stuff like that. So if you guys have any suggestions for organizations either in your local area or something on a national or global scale, definitely leave those in the comments down below. Like I said, I'm really just trying to be as sensitive to everything that's going on as possible while still, you know, documenting my everyday life. And I definitely want to keep making videos for you guys, and work week in my lives from home if you guys want to see them. I've been filming this intro clip for 15 minutes and honestly I'm not sure if one coherent point has been made, so if while editing I think of anything else I want to say, or you know I look back at the footage and none of this makes sense, I'll make sure to have something in the description kind of stating my current thoughts. But until then, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Super casual Monday outfit of the day. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and leggings. This shirt is from the Beachcomber restaurant in Cape Cod. I feel like it's super popular, so a lot of you have probably been. And then my new white leggings from Amazon. I talked about these in my last Amazon video. They are only $20 and I really like them, so I will have a link to them down below. But for now, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get some work done on my laptop. I have a conference call or two this afternoon, so gonna do that and then probably make lunch and go from there. It's been a couple hours since I checked in. I took those conference calls like I was telling you about, and now I think I'm actually gonna head over to my office. They're using today as kind of a transition day to work from home, so we're allowed to go in and get anything that we need. I think we're gonna be working from home a little bit longer than we all initially thought at the end of last week. So I want to go and pick up a couple of files that I've been working on for a like overall project. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to walk over there and then walk back. I might stop and get coffee on the way home if anybody's open, just to try to like support local businesses while I can. So I think that's the plan. I will probably check in with you guys when I get home. Back from quickly running to my office. It's always so weird being in there when no one else is there. I've gone in like a couple times on the weekend, but got everything that I needed for worst case the next couple of weeks, so that's good. And then I stopped quickly at Compass Coffee on the way home because I saw that they were open and thought it'd be good to support local business, so did that. It's a little after 5 now, so I am done working for the day. I might do a little bit tonight, but I feel like I'll have so much time over the next couple of weeks to do things that I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I think I'm going to take the rest of tonight to kind of get my life in order and set myself up for success for at least the next week or so. I need to finish a video and submit that for brand approval. I want to make a list of everything for my corporate job that I want to work on, because if I don't have a list, I will just stare at my computer. So I want to do that. And then I have some packages to go through. I need to clean out my closet, stuff like that. So I think I'll end off today's portion of the vlog here, kind of start editing it, see how it's piecing together, and then catch up with you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Quick, comfy outfit of the day. Got a little bit more dressed than yesterday, not by a ton, but a little bit. This sweater is from Express. I just have a sports bra underneath. Normally I'd wear like a nicer tank top, but we're at home, so it doesn't really matter. And then again, I'm just wearing Lululemon leggings. These are the Align pants. I have a decent amount that I want to get done today, so I'm gonna go ahead and make breakfast, sit down, and get some work started. I just made a quick lunch. I'm not super hungry, but want to make sure that I'm sticking to some sort of schedule with eating. So I just cut up a pear and threw a potato in the air fryer. I'm going to eat this, relax for a couple minutes, watch some YouTube videos, and then I have a call at 3. So I'm going to hop on that really quick and then go from there. It is about 5:15. I just finished work for the day. Today was a lot more productive than yesterday, so I wanted to sit down and kind of talk about what I did differently, because I'm sure a lot of you were in the same position of adjusting to working from home. The first thing that really helped me, I touched on last night, and that was making a list of everything I wanted to do, both for my company and in my personal life, because I do have a lot more downtime than I would typically have if I was working in the office. Having lists really helps keep me accountable and gives me things to do, especially if I have an hour or two between when someone responds to an email, or if I'm waiting for a conference call in 30 minutes. If I see that I have something that I can knock out before that, I'll just go ahead and do it. So making a list really helped me. The second thing I did differently this morning was try to stick to a little bit more of a routine. Yesterday I was just kind of all over the place adjusting. This might change depending on how long we're working from home and kind of the current status of everything, But what's working for me right now is waking up around 8, kind of taking a second to get ready. You guys saw I got a little bit more ready today. I didn't bother to put on makeup or anything, but just straightening my hair and putting on a sweater at least gave me the illusion that I was preparing myself to do something other than kind of relax in my room. So I did that from like, I really took my time from like 8 to 8:30, and then sat down, made coffee, and was on my laptop by 8:30 to respond to any emails, go through my inbox and stuff like that. Something that I noticed yesterday is that I did not eat nearly enough, so I wanted to make sure that I had a full breakfast and lunch today, and then I'll make dinner later on this evening. So again, just making sure that I'm sticking to some sort of schedule with eating. And then the last thing I did differently today that I think was really helpful was trying to carry over the habits that I have in office to my home. Something that I always try to do is drink 2 full hydro flasks of water a day. So I made sure to do that today, just again, keeping myself on routine. And then at the end of the day, before I leave the office, I always go through my to-do list and check off the things that I've done for the day and the things that I want to get done first thing in the morning. So I went ahead and did that as I was wrapping up today. The last thing I did differently today was work in our common area of our apartment. I'm used to being really productive in my room at home just because I come home from work and kind of knock out any YouTube or freelance work that I have in my bedroom while my roommates are like cooking and, you know, whatever they're doing. So I kind of associate my bedroom with being productive to some degree. But if we are potentially working from home for a couple of weeks, I want to try to start to shift that a little bit, just for my sanity, that I'm not in my tiny room 24/7 indefinitely. I know that working from home looks different for everyone depending on what your job is and what your day-to-day tasks are, but these are just a couple of things that I did today that I think made for a much smoother and much more productive day. So hopefully they help some of you as well. Sorry the lighting keeps changing in this video. The sun keeps going back and forth between buildings. But like I was saying, as far as my plans for the rest of the night, I'm gonna make dinner, and then I think I'm gonna continue cleaning out my closet. I can't remember how much I talked about this yesterday, but the top shelf where I have all of my shoes was an absolute disaster. So I ordered a little shelf to go on top of there to help organize it, and then went through everything, got rid of a few pairs that were just in horrid condition. So tonight I think I want to go through my coats and my dresses, but until then I will quickly show you guys the new shelf and go from there. I wish that I had filmed a before clip before I started organizing everything, but this shelf over here made the biggest difference. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but basically I have all of my boots, heels, and booties up here, with the exception of those loafers over here that I wear a lot. And then this shelf just holds all of my sneakers, and then the shoes that I don't wear as often, but I'd still like to have on hand for now. So I have like some mules, my Sperry's, and stuff like that. But overall, I think that this looks so much cleaner, and I'm excited to kind of go through all of this here. As you can see, it is so full, and I definitely don't need all of this. Some of this I haven't worn since like early days of college, and I'm not going to. So I think it'll be good to go through everything and kind of get a fresh start. It is a bit later now. I made dinner, as you guys saw, but I never ended up cleaning out my closet. I am just feeling so tired. I'm not 100% sure why, because I've gotten way more sleep than I have in the last couple of months, and obviously I'm doing a lot less, but I think because I'm doing less, my body is just like completely shutting down because of that, if that makes sense. So I think for now I'm going to finish up editing today's portion of the video, and then I will check in with you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Quick outfit of the day. My hair is looking pretty greasy. Normally I feel like I'd wash it at this point, but because we're all working from home and telecommuting, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm wearing this cardigan from TJ Maxx. It's super long and cozy, one of my favorites. This little tank top is from PacSun, and then black Align leggings again from Lululemon. Super comfy day, but hopefully productive. Hello everybody, it has been a couple hours since I last checked in. I took a couple calls, got some projects done, and ate lunch, so a pretty typical day. I feel like I'm just hitting a wall today because I haven't really been out of the apartment or been able to walk around. I just Googled a couple of coffee shops within like a mile and a half radius of my apartment that are staying open right now and are doing kind of carry out service through either the door or window of their store. So I think I'm gonna go for a walk, get some coffee, try to clear my head a little bit, and then come back and knock out a few more things before calling it a day. It is a little bit after 6 now. I finished work a couple of minutes ago and then took a quick body shower. I think the next thing on the agenda for me is making dinner. I have some Brussels sprouts in the fridge that I think are gonna go bad soon, so I'm gonna attempt to make those in the air fryer. I haven't really experimented with veggies too much in the air fryer, so this will be a good little learning experience for all of us, but I think I'm just gonna throw a little bit of oil, lemon, salt and pepper on them and see how that is. So I will take you guys along for that journey and then go from there. So these are the Brussels sprouts after being in the air fryer at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes, a little bit longer for a few pieces. And honestly, they really, they don't look the best, but I tried a few and they're not terrible. It also is a lot less than I thought it was going to be when I was cutting them up. So I'm definitely going to have to make a second dinner later. But for now, good little appetizer to dinner, if you will. So I'm going to enjoy these, relax for a little bit, and then catch up with you guys later. I know that this quality is really bad right now, but I wanted to quickly follow up on the Brussels sprouts. I ate them all, as you can see. My overall review would be not terrible, but lots of room for improvement. I think first, watching back the time lapse, this should have been obvious, but entirely too much lemon. I used basically 3/4 of a lemon for like 5 or 6 individual sprouts, which is just not logical across the board. So definitely not going to use as much lemon next time. I think I could also improve the cooking time and temperature. I want to look up air fryer specific recipes because I just kind of guessed and I feel like they cooked super uneven. And I don't know if that's because of the size or if maybe I should have pulled them apart more, but gonna look into that. And then lastly, I think some sort of dipping sauce would have been nice. Maybe like a garlic aioli vibe. That could have been really good. So not absolutely terrible for a first attempt, definitely still edible, but you know, better luck next time. Friday morning now. I don't think I've sat down and talked to you guys in a couple of days, and I'm trying to remember where I last left off. I think the last time I talked to you guys was after the whole Brussels sprout incident, and then yesterday I basically just did work. I feel like this video is getting so repetitive already, and we're in week 1 of potentially like 8 or 9 from working from home, and I'm not 100% sure how I want to move forward, I guess. I didn't vlog much of yesterday, and I was initially just gonna cut out the footage that I had from yesterday and skip to today, but I wanted this to be an accurate depiction of how my week is actually going. And yesterday I just got like super anxious and overwhelmed with the amount of work I had, and honestly the lack of motivation I had just not being in an office and not being able to like really get out of the house. Like, I've been going on walks and stuff like that and sitting on my balcony, but it's not the same as like going out and being social and, you know, doing things. Even just like the routine of taking the bus every day and stuff like that, not having that is really getting to me, I think. And I know that there are so many bigger issues out there. Like, this is not actually a problem, but it's just something that I've been trying to work through, because obviously this is going to be kind of my way of life for the foreseeable future right now. So I want to make sure that I'm making the most of my days and still being productive. So this morning I got up, got fully ready, and I didn't vlog until right now, and I think that that helped a little bit, like getting up and just initially being productive. I knocked out a ton of projects this morning, which I feel so much better about. It's a little bit before noon now. My mom is actually coming to pick me up. My parents want me home for the weekend, and I have mixed feelings about that. I'm like very paranoid about being a carrier with no symptoms and accidentally passing it to them, but they are very insistent on me coming home. So I definitely have a little bit more work to do today before like calling it the weekend, but I wanted to give you guys an update on my morning and kind of where I'm at. So I will probably check in with you guys when I get to my car. It is a little bit before 4:30. I got home and did a couple hours of work, which was good. Going into the weekend feeling confident, but my company is doing a remote happy hour at 4:30, so I just ran downstairs and got these from the fridge. They are high noons. Very good. If you haven't tried these, highly recommend. They're definitely a little bit more expensive than the average like seltzer type of drink, but so worth it in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and log on to the happy hour, and we'll talk to you guys later.